Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. Please, I beg you for this favor, click on that red button that says subscribe. Beside the red button is a notification bell. Turn the bell on so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first person to check it out. I appreciate each and every one of you who always come back to watch my videos. Like you know, I present news on daily basis to you. So after watching the video, you are free to criticize and leave your comment constructively. Share the video. Yeah, you can share it to your family, friends, anybody that you can, so that they themselves will be informed. Now I present to you another interesting or informative video which we are going to watch together. Yeah, I'm going to watch this video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section.
Nothing is working for you. After 62 years, you are still talking of light. Politicians are still telling you about light. They are telling you about road. They are telling you about housing. Politicians are still campaigning with road. I will build road. They are still campaigning with I will give you light. They are still campaigning with housing after 62 years. And most of you come and say a fool at 40 is a fool forever. After saying that, you are in a marriage of 62 years that you know that it's not working. You are still talking about unity. Every day is unity, unity, unity. And yet, you want to prolong it more. You are preparing to prolong it in 2023. You want to prolong it, you want to legitimize that slavery in 2023. Even when you know that the fake figure you are projecting can never, ever smell anywhere in Asrock. The fake project they gave you to distract the Biafran people, the fake project that you are pursuing, you know it's not going to lead anywhere. Even when you look down, some of you fail to look down, you keep your hands on the air and you are looking. Focus and pay attention to what is happening around you. Pay attention. If you are paying attention to the Zoological Republic and its system, that is why sometimes when in my YouTube channel, I share videos that are coming from their conventional media. Some important discussions, I share it. Why I share those videos, I'm not promoting them, but for BIAFRANS to listen to the kind of discussion that is going on their conventional media. Exactly the same thing we are saying, but they will say they're going in a different form, twist it, and again, they have no solution. But on our own side, we are seeing that it's not going to work, and we have seen the solution, and we are pursuing that solution earnestly. That is the difference between us and them. That is the difference. The difference between Mazen Nandegano and every other activist you have in the Sudan Republic is that all those activists, the same problem that Mazen Nandegano identified is what they have identified. But when you come to solution, they don't have a solution. When it comes to solution, they'll just say, so be it. Let the will of God be done. That is what they say. Even when God has already stated his will, that his will is for you to have a better life and a better future. The will of God, the will of Chukwu Okikabiyama for every human being is for you to flourish, have a better life. But you see somebody enslaving you, making you a slave, instead of you to fight and take yourself away from that slavery, you say, let the will of God be done. When the will of God has already been done in your life, and you reject it. You see why Biafrans cannot stay down. You see why Biafrans cannot listen to any other thing apart from freedom. You see why Mazen Nandegano is saying it is either Biafra or nothing. Because it is the will of God for him. That is what Mazen Nandegano says, it's either Biafra or death. Because it is the will of God for us to be free. It is the will of God for us to have a good life. It's the will of God for us to have a very wonderful life. It is only the will of man to make us second class citizens, make us third class citizens, make sure we do not survive. The will of man to wipe us away in a planet Earth. And you want us to fold hand and continue to watch. You want us to fold hand? Of course we will not. We have waited for too long. Even the Israelites, whom Chukwu Okikabiyama himself pronounced them as his own children, God's own nation. Israelites, they are the God's own nation. Pronounced. But it doesn't matter how you deny it. Some of you will say you don't believe in Bible, but it doesn't matter which one you believe. But that is the truth. God's own nation. But yet, everybody go to pilgrimage in Israel, including the Muslims, they go pilgrimage over there. But yet, Israel are fighting on a daily basis to defend their land. They are fighting. Their IQ is high. They are developing latest weapons, more nuclear weapons. They are developing it. It's a military police country. Every single human being born in Israel must undergo military training. They will undergo military training. Even when Chukwu Abiyama is with them, but yet every of their citizens undergoes military training. Doesn't that ring a bell to you? That should ring a bell to you. So for you to go and sit back doing nothing because you think that Chukwu Abiyama, let the will of God be done. When you know that the will of God for you is for you to prosper and have a good life. That is his will. He has said it clearly. The will of God for us to prosper, be free, and have a good life. And yet you are there. Instead of you to go after that will of God for you, go after that will of God for you, freedom, that will of God for you, you wouldn't do that. But you are being called to come out and join the struggle, sponsor the ESN, it will be too big for you. You don't want to do it. You don't even want to mention Biafra in your platform. Some people have nothing, some Biafrans have never one day posted anything that has to do with Biafra in their platform. But when something happened in the US, they will be the first one to post. More especially our celebrities. Our celebrities in Biafra land, some of them have never ever posted anything that has to do with Biafra and their people. But when something happens in the outside world, they put, go to their platform, you see Ukraine. Every day they talk about Ukraine and Russia. They will be posting Ukraine and Russia in all their platforms, Ukraine and Russia. But in their own home, in their own house, something that is more worse than Ukraine and Russia is happening. A situation that is worse than that of Ukraine and Russia is happening in their own country. They will never post about it or complain or talk about it. But when something happens all over other parts of the world, you see them go to their platform, they will be writing it and posting it. How stupid some people are. Look at when the woman that put us into this problem died. When the queen that put us into the problem died, some of them even changed their profile picture to her picture. These people that change their profile picture to their picture, when their own grandfather or even their parents died, they never changed profile picture. Some of them never changed profile picture for their wife one day. They never changed profile picture for their husband one day. Not for their children, not for their relatives, not for anybody in their life. But a stranger who have enslaved you, who was part of the thing that made you enslaved today, you were changing the profile picture for her, for you to be noticed. Oh, for you to be seen as one decent black man. For you to be seen one decent Nigerian, one respectful Nigerian. That is how stupid some of us are. But with that change the situation, it's not going to change. It will only make the situation worse. That is why you must wake up. You must wake up now. You must wake up now and follow the truth. Ask yourself, what kind of a Biafran are you? Put that question in your heart. Any place you go, make sure you sit in a place and memorize over that question. Try and get an answer. Why am I a Biafran? What kind of a Biafran am I? Ask yourself, just ask yourself. If you answer it correctly, let me tell you, you don't need anybody to push you. You are going to be more tough than Mazen Nankan. You are going to be more hard and harsh than Simon Eber. Answer that question correctly. The people who have answered that question correctly today, if you see them talking, they don't hide their face. They don't stay on that keyboard to type. When they want to broadcast, you see their face. These are people who have answered that question correctly. And they tell you the right thing. You need to hear. Those who have answered that question, and they are not distracted, they are focused. Go and check what they have been doing. When Mazen Nankan was there and when he was not there, the same thing. No changing. Consistency personified. That is what Mazen Nankan said. He told us that we must be consistent. That consistency is the key, which is our motto on this platform. Our memory verse. On this very platform that you're watching. Autopiloted platform by Chukwu Abiyama. The autopiloted IPOB under the control of Chukwu Abiyama, under the spokesmanship of Master Simon Eba, and on the leadership of Master Naneka. That is where I stand. Consistency personified. Consistency personified. We don't shift from it, not waver. We don't waver. We're wavering. We don't waver. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter your propaganda. It doesn't matter your lies, your blackmail. It doesn't hold water. It doesn't move us an inch. Consistency. And Biafra will come. Because it is set time. We are working with those who respect time. Mazi Nnamdi knows about time so much. And today, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is the spokesperson of Biafra today, anointed by Mazi Nnamdi, understand time very well. That time that Mazi Nnamdi talked about, before 2023, the zoo is going to go down and Biafra will emerge. And Mazi Simon keyed in with faith. I key in with faith. You have to key in with faith. 2023, we are going home. Biafra will come. 2023, take it or leave it. That's your business. Those who have doubted in the past saw how they ended. For those of you who are Christians, you saw how Thomas ended. The doubting Thomases, you see how they ended. Those who doubted Moses about the promised land, none of them entered it. They saw it, but they didn't enter. Every single one of them that doubted Moses, that Moses cannot enter the promised land. Some of them wish that they go back to Egypt. None of them succeeded in going to that promised land. They saw it, but they didn't enter. And as many as are doubting today, as many as are fighting as many as are fighting the legitimate and legal people who are fighting for Biafra genuinely, and you're fighting against them, you will not enter Biafra. It is not a bad prayer. That is the wish of Chukwu Okara. You won't enter Biafra. You won't enter Biafra. Chukwu Okara is going to take you out because that is how he works. If you doubt him, you will see it, but you don't enter. Every one of them will be alive. They will be alive to see. They will be sleep and they wake up and they hear that today is Biafra. Even if you're in Biafra and you're doubting, you wake up in Biafra land and you live. It is going to happen. It's going to happen. Mazi Nnamdi spoke about it, he prophesied about it, and go and check out every other thing he has said that come to pass. And that one is coming to pass at a high speed. Mazi Nnamdi is coming out. It's coming out. Forget about the blackmail and propaganda they are pushing. They have no case against Mazi Nnamdi. And because they don't have any case against Mazi, they are looking for a loophole to wipe away their shame and release him. They are looking for how they are going to close their shame. Do you know what it took them to go to Kenya and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi? Do you know how much they spent to go and kidnap Mazi Nnamdi for Kenya? And they violated international law. They committed international crime. And yet, and the world is telling them to release them. And you think that they can just leave him like that? They are looking for excuse on how to release him. That is why you see the propaganda they are using their media to push that Mazi Nnamdi is begging for political solution. Beg who? Are you the one supposed to beg Mazi Nnamdi or Mazi Nnamdi beg? Mazi Nnamdi doesn't beg anybody. He said it time with that number, and I know he doesn't beg. We saw him in the court in 2015. He wasn't begging. He told Buhari to his face that you can't jail me. You can't. We don't Mazi Nnamdi we are killing. No, we are killing. And they can't jail him. They know it very well. You can't build something on nothing. You can't build something on nothing. They are trying their best to blackmail him, trying to push all manner of lies and propaganda against Mazi Nnamdi, trying to push all manner of things. And you see their media. They are using the media. Just like Mazi Nnamdi, that the media of Nigeria is the worst media on the planet Earth. The worst media you can think of on the planet, the Nigerian media. These people can collect money from Satan and begin to preach to you that Satan is an angel of light. Media, Nigerian media, they will collect money from Satan himself and they will begin to preach to you that Satan is the light. That is what they do. They don't care. They don't care about themselves, let alone thinking about you. And most of those media are from the southern part of Nigeria. The southern part of Nigeria, who doesn't have anything to do with this, who their own agenda is not in the construct of that Zoroastrian Republic. Yet they are the one they use to oppress them. Go and check all the military forces. See, all their spokespersons, they are from Biafra land. Most of the spokespersons you have in the military, they are from Biafra land. After they have killed their people, committed social crime, demonize their people, they will bring them to defend it, and they will go and defend it. This is the evil we must get out from. What kind of a Biafra are you? Ask yourself again. What kind of a Biafra are you? Are you just a Biafran because you are born a Biafran? Are you just a Biafran because you are born a Biafran? Or you are a Biafran just because you said it, yeah, you confess it, I'm a Biafran. Mazi Nnamdi is my leader. Just that? Or are you a Biafran in truth and in spirit? In actions, in your defense of your land. That is how you're supposed to be a Biafran. You're supposed to be a Biafran, not just by birth or by words, but by action. And when you are a Biafran by action, like Mazen Nanika, nobody tells you what to do. Nobody will beg you to support the ESN. Nobody will tell you that this is the right time for self-defense. And when self-defense is called, you're going to come out today. You see our men on the ground. Volunteers. We have more volunteers to the extent that we don't need anymore. ESN is not recruiting anybody. ESN is not recruiting. We have excess men, volunteers, and these are people who are not just Biafrans by mouth. These are people who are Biafrans in their heart. Biafrans in their heart. These are people who are Biafrans in their heart, not just in words. Biafrans in their heart. And these are the people Mazen Nandekan is talking about. Those who are born for the mission. For all a long time, those who are not born with me, those who are just Biafrans by their mouth and by birth, they have surrounded Mazen Nandekan. Those who are not Biafra in words and action. Those who are not Biafra in their actions. You see them, they have been very close, hindering Mazen Nandekan from moving. They block him, block everywhere. If they see somebody that is genuine, who is coming to walk the walk of Biafra, they will make sure they destroy the person. Either they blackmail you, they tell lies, and make sure you don't come close to Mazen Nandekan. They have been doing that for many, many years until the dragon came about. Until the appointed time, that appointed time by Chukwu Kamera, Mazen Nandekan, first of all, raised the dragon flag and told you that the dragon flag is not coming out. It's not going down. It's not going down. And they got jittery. They knew that Mazen Nandekan is not backing down. And they sold him out. After selling him, and they thought it was over. No. Chukwu Kamera raised the dragon. And the dragon came on board. The dragon since then have been an agent to make sure that the wheat is separated from the chaff. Chukwu Kamera used him to separate the wheat from the chaff and expose all the evil. All those who are just pretending to be Biafrans, but they are not. He exposed everyone, exposed them to the whole world. And the exposure is still coming. And the worst thing that Chukwu Kamera will make all of them deaf and dumb. They know very well that when they fight the dragon, they will fail. They know that anytime they make any move to fight the dragon, that's their end. But yet, they don't relent. They continue to fight. Ask yourself sincerely from your heart. Take your time. Sit within yourself. Ask yourself, what kind of a Biafran am I? As I said earlier, for those who were not here when I said, as I said earlier, by telling us you're a Biafran is not just enough. I told you there was a time Sheikh Husani from Kaduna State was saying that we are all Biafrans. Sheikh Husani, he was saying we are all Biafrans. People from the north were saying that we are all Biafrans. Some people from Ojudu land were saying we are, but what kind of a Biafran are you? Are you just a Biafran by confessing that? Are you just a Biafran by saying it? You and I know that Sheikh Husani is not a Biafran. People try to give Biafra different kinds of meaning, different kind of interpretation. Different kind of interpretation. But those of us who are Biafrans by word, by action, in our blood vein, we know what we want and know who we are. And when we talk about Biafra, we talk about it with passion. We speak about it from the bottom of our heart. The truth and nothing but the truth. Not to demonize anybody, not to blackmail anybody. Our focus is freedom. Our focus is freedom, and we must be free. It doesn't matter what the devil does. It doesn't matter the attack they put in from east, west, north, south. It doesn't matter. I say it doesn't matter what they think or what they do. We are going home. Biafra will come. 2023, Biafra will definitely come. And if you're one of those who is trying to stop Biafra, think again, because we're going to crush you. Think again, we're going to crush you. As I said before, it is not the will of the Biafran people for any innocent person to lose his life. Regardless your religion, regardless your tribe, your dialect, wherever you're coming from, it is not our wish that you lose your life. But when you have chosen suicide for yourself, we can't help you. We can't help you. Only Chukwu Kamera will judge. But as for defending Biafra land, we are going to defend Biafra land by all means possible. We are going to defend Biafra land by all means possible. My brother Raphael Chiamaka Jerry, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. We will defend Biafra by all means possible. Some of us are just saying it by their mouth. Until you answer that question sincerely from the bottom of your heart, you wouldn't. When you answer it, then after you answer this genuinely from your heart, nobody is going to distract you anymore. No man or woman can distract you. Nobody can distract you. You won't be jumping from pillar to pole. On your own, within your own self, you will know who is the truth path and who is on the back path side. Nobody's above mistake. Even when you make mistake, you are going to correct yourself without looking to east or west or south. When you answer that question earnestly, sincerely from your heart, you wouldn't be talking about Biafra because someone else is talking about it. You wouldn't be talking about it because someone else is not. You'll be talking about Biafra because Biafra is you. You are Biafra. It is about you. It is our religion. Do you see the way Mazin Nane can address the issue of Biafra? When Mazin Nane is talking about Biafra, he talks about Biafra as something that belongs to him, something that he owns. He owns it, and he can't give it out to anybody. Do you know how you protect something that belongs to you? So your entitlement. That is how every Biafra is supposed to be seeing Biafra. Not just something that maybe they gave you to keep. Maybe somebody is giving you, forcing you to protect this thing. Help me and keep this thing. When the pressure becomes too much, you drop it. No. Something that belongs to you that you treasure so much, protect it with your life. That is why Mazin Nane said that Biafra is our religion. I told you when I started that after going to churches to pray, after going to our various churches to pray, we still come back here and worship in a Biafra broadcast. And how do we worship? As I'm talking to you, we are encouraging each other. You are writing your comments, encouraging me, and you are sharing the videos and sending it to everywhere. All those you are doing is a word of encouragement, and we are praying for each other. Because the enemy we are up against is strong. They have the money. They have the connection. They have all the agents everywhere. The enemy we are up against is not relenting. The enemy we are up against is not relenting. They have all the money. They have all the connections. But what do we have? We have Chukwuka and we have the gods of our land. And they will not allow us to see shame. As Chukwuka fought for the Israelites, he's going to fight for us. But we will not sit back for the fight until we begin to do something and things will start to happen. That is why everybody must wake up from the sleep and slumber and move. May Chukwuka guide and protect everybody who have supported on this very broadcast today. Everybody has shared this broadcast in their platform. You share the family and friends. Anybody have shared. May Chukwuka guide and protect you. If you are watching from Biafra and I say, may Chukwuka guide and protect you, you will never lose your life. The bullet of the enemy will never touch you. Chukwuka will continue to guide and protect you and secure you. You're going out and coming in. If you are in Biafra land and you're watching, anybody you're watching from in Biafra land, the bullet of the enemy will never affect you. You are going to live and see Biafra. You will celebrate Biafra with us. You will raise the flag of Biafra with Mazin Nandeka. If you are watching from any part of the world and you are in Biafra, Chukwuka will guide and protect you, secure you. You are going to be in Biafra land to celebrate our freedom. If you are from Odudua land and you're watching, Odudua is going to come. Definitely. As Biafra is coming, Odudua will come. All you need to do is to do the needful. Pursue the right course and continue to follow the agenda of the Odudua Republic. Sincerely from your heart, Odudua will come and you will enjoy in Odudua land. If you are from Odudua land. If you are from the Middle Belt, be sincere with your freedom. Pursue it, you will get it. And Chukwuka will sign it for you. If you are from any part of the world, regardless of your religion, your tribe, or your location, and you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you will definitely see freedom in your lifetime. Chukwuka have made us free, and nobody can keep us captive. We are freeborn, but no man can keep us captive. May Chukwuka guide and protect Sunday Igboho. Secure him and protect him wherever he is. May Chukwuka guide and protect our gallant men on the ground, the ESN. May Chukwuka guide and protect them, secure them, direct them aright, give them wisdom, strength, knowledge, and equip them with all the strength. No weapon of the enemy will overtake them. They will overrun the enemy like a flash of light. And Chukwuka will lead them as they move. May Chukwuka continue to guide and protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Secure him, give him more wisdom, mental toughness, strengthen him in his going and coming in. Whatever he lays in hand shall prosper. Let the wisdom of Chukwuka increase in our brother Simon Ekpa. He will be prosperous and he will be victorious. May Chukwuka guide and protect our supreme Mazin Nandeka wherever he is at this moment, may the angels of school carry and surround him and continue to minister to him. Any poison they inject in his body will never have effect. It will never have effect. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be an overcomer. He has overcome the past. He will continue to overcome until Biafra comes. He will be alive and raise the flag of Biafra very, very soon. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. I say no weapon formed of fashion against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your patience. I say may God prosper you.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.